Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Dakota, where we try to peek behind the curtain of corporate speak and sometimes find a surprise waiting. Today, we're diving into Fortress Biotech's latest announcement, and let's just say it involves a pretty big win for a little medicine. Before we jump in, if you are new here, consider subscribing. We break down these dense filings so you can understand what is really going on in the business world. And hey, have you checked out our Discord? It is the perfect place to chat about these reports and connect with other finance enthusiasts. Link is in the description below. Alright, so picture this, the 13th of January 2026, Fortress Biotech, or FBO as you might see them, ticker. Wise just got some seriously good news from the US Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA. They've approved a drug called Zikubo. Now, that might sound like a complicated name, but what it does is incredibly important. It is approved for treating Menkes disease in kids. Menkes disease is a really rare and serious genetic disorder, so this approval is a massive deal for those families and for the company. But here is where it gets a bit more interesting from a business perspective. This FDA approval came with something called a Rare Pediatric Disease Priority Review Voucher, or a PRV. Think of it like a golden ticket. This voucher can be incredibly valuable. It can be used to speed up the review process for another drug application, or it can even be sold to another company. Fortress Biotech is planning to transfer this voucher to Cyprium Therapeutics Incorporated, which is a company they mostly own. This is a smart move as it can significantly boost the value of their subsidiary and potentially bring in a lot of cash down the line, either through its use or a sale. Now, let's quickly touch on the company's public trading. They're listed on the Nasdaq Capital Market, which is a pretty well-known stock exchange. Their main stock trades under the ticker FBI. They also have a special kind of stock called preferred stock, which is registered as 9.375% series accumulative redeemable perpetual preferred stock and trades under the ticker FBI. This preferred stock has a fixed dividend rate, which can be attractive to certain investors. This just gives you a snapshot of how they're structured to be traded on the public markets. Looking at their listed securities, we see the common stock, which is pretty standard for most companies. Then there is the series Accumulative Redeemable Perpetual Preferred Stock. This preferred stock is essentially a way for the company to raise capital with specific terms for the investors, like a fixed dividend payment. It is a bit different from regular common stock, which usually comes with voting rights and a more variable return. The main event here is really tied to that press release. It is the official announcement of this big drug approval and the associated voucher. This filing is essentially giving the public official notice of these significant developments, which is why it is so important for investors to pay attention to these Form 8K reports. And you'll often see this last bit, the cover page interactive data file. This is just a technical requirement for electronic filings, making the data easier for computers to read and process. It's like a digital wrapper for the report. So what is the big picture here for Fortress Biotech Incorporated? They've achieved a major regulatory milestone with the FDA approval of Zikubo. This is not just good news for patients who need this treatment, but it is also a significant financial opportunity for the company, especially with that priority review voucher. This could be a major value driver, either by accelerating future drug approvals or through a lucrative sale of the voucher. It shows they're making progress in developing and getting vital medicines to market, which is exactly what a biotech company should be doing. While there are always risks in the biotech industry, like development hurdles and market competition, achieving an FDA approval is a huge step forward and validates their research and development efforts. This positive event certainly paints a promising picture for their future prospects. Alright, that is our quick breakdown of Fortress Biotech's latest filing. What is your take on this FDA approval and the potential of that voucher? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate reports. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description to keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.